Would you mind if I occasionally checked with you about the women or where I'm going wrong? I need someone to talk to, and you've been great.
Well, no, I don't mind. I think I'll be able to give you quite a bit of good advice, Mr. Andrews.
And now that we're alone, any chance I can get you to call me David?
Well, I don't see why not. I'm Vera.
Hi.
Not a worry in the world, Doris.
You know, I could kill you right now. Walk right out of that door and never lose a night's sleep. You know that?
Why don't you?
Well, there wouldn't be much fun in that now, would there, eh? And I'm a man who likes his pleasures, you know that. You know, it's a chirpy now, Brian, are you, eh? You know what? I reckon that you owe your old friend Jock here a bit of a favour. And you're not much of a posie to say no in any case, are you?
What do you want me to do?
You wouldn't have a clue, would you? What I want, you couldn't possibly supply. I know what you are, Brian. You couldn't satisfy the likes of me. You wouldn't have a clue. But I'll tell you what you are going to do. You're going to work for Jock. That's right. Because every time I come in here, I'm going to want $300 from you. You understand?
Well, what if I don't?
If you don't, I'll do two things. First of all, I'll break every bone in your body. That's right. And then I'll inform my friends, the boys in blue, that you and your wee friend, Helen Smart, are right here for the pickings. You'll both be whisked off to Wentworth in a flash. I promise you something, if you don't, you'll be sorry for the day you ever heard the name Jock Stewart. Poor wee Shan Gilmer. Eh? You remember her, eh? Pretty wee thing, too. I remember her all lying crumpled at the bottom of these stairs. Poor wee thing. But you know, you were absolutely bonkers to think you could put me away, Brian. Yeah, bonkers. Anyway, this is what I'm going to do. Now, listen. I'm going to call in here every day, see? I'm going to ask for you. And they'll think you're doing a real good job if you can satisfy me. And each time I come in, I'm going to want that 300. Now, you're going to have to work bloody hard to get that sort of money together, aren't you, eh? You know, just looking at you in any case, Brian, I reckon that, I reckon you could really do with the practice. Don't you, eh? I'll see you tomorrow. Right?
Oh, that's bloody awful. Isn't there anything else?
No, nothing much, not unless you like them quiz shows.
Nah, I can't answer any of the questions. That's only for the likes of Mr. High and Mighty Andrews.
Well, maybe now that we've got a teacher, we might learn all these sorts of things. You never know, we could go on a quiz show ourselves when we get out. Lizzie Birdsworth, the champ. Now, Mrs. Birdsworth, or may I call you Lizzie, here we go for the $65,000 question. What is the name of a place of detention for women starting with the letter W?
Oh, you don't need a teacher for that one.
We don't need a teacher anyway. All that stuff about English grammar. You can stick it as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I don't know, Phil. I reckon it helps if you can talk right.
Come on, Dor, who cares about that?
Well, it might help you get a job or something.
Oh, I reckon it's bloody boring. That teacher's nothing special. I've been through the school of hard knocks, don't forget, and that's the best teacher.
Well, I reckon he's all right.
So do I. But only because he wears pants.
Well, I'm on trolley duty tomorrow. That'll do me. I don't need to learn nothing.
I was reading this article on real interesting stuff about how you can find out everything you want to know by looking at your feet.
Like when you put your foot in it, you mean?
No, I mean if you study your feet, you can find out what diseases you've got.
Well, I got corns, blisters and varicose veins.
You don't get it, do you? Listen, if that teacher taught us interesting things like that, well, I'd be in it for sure.
Well, I reckon that everything he teaches is okay, and I'm going to go to school every day that I can.
Reckon he might be your type, eh?
Might be.
Hey, Mr. Andrews, will you teach me?
Oh, give it up, Phil. I reckon he's a real nice bloke.
Hey, Lizzie Doreen's got her eye on him.
Oh, he wouldn't even notice with his nose in all them books.
Dor's gonna make him notice, ain't you, Dor?
Will you give up, Phil?
You can go to bed now and dream of your Mr. Andrews.
Well, it's better than dreaming about your feet.
G'day, love. So Sheila like you doing out so late? Oh, not talking, are you? Hey, Charlie, she's a bit shy. Needs looking after.
Will you go to hell?
Oh, she talks. You want a lift?
Buzz off, Buster.
Come on, we'll show you a good time.
Get out of it. Bitch!
Ugly old pig, anyway!
Bloody quiet tonight.
Yes, it is.
That's a new face, Pete. Check it out.
Yes, Sarge.
Down here, come on.
No, it's no good we lost her. I'd like to know who she was, though. We better get back. Scared her off if nothing else.
Oh, a bit late, fella. Come in. What the hell happened to you? You look terrible. Here, this might help a little.
I found him.
And?
I blew it.
How come?
I tried. You know, I never thought that I could kill anybody, but I could have killed that bastard so easily.
What happened?
He must have heard me or sensed I was there, something, I don't know, but by the time I could do anything, it's too late.
What'd you do?
You know, he laughed. That foul bastard laughed. And then he said to me that he was going to come back every day and he was going to get $300 from me or else tell the cops.
300? Do you know how hard you'd have to work to make that? What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Oh, listen, honey, why don't you go away somewhere quiet? You've enough money. You can keep the wig and the clothes.
No! I've got to do this on my own.
Do what? Pay Jock Stewart's expenses? You've got to be joking.
Give me another one.
Sure.
I've got to do this, Helen. Because if I don't do this, I would never be able to live with myself.